Hey there YouTube, this is me again. I'm back after my break there. I'm actually going to be doing this 100% the correct way. I guess you could say, made my own tool, and it's working, so hang on a sec. This is how I've been doing it. I'll show you how I made it. As you can see, that come on, focus. Oh well, I know you can't really, but there's the comparison. All it is just, it was a one of those screw head bolts, so it had like a Phillips head on it, so I just welded it to a nut because the Phillips head stripped out. I'm not sure what size or what thread it is. I believe it's a metric thread, to be honest, but I'm not 100% sure. But I just put a bolt, let it onto I believe a 5/8 socket. Yep, 5/8. Maybe, if you can, oops, sorry. Maybe. And it doesn't want to focus, but and you just center it over that. Make sure that it doesn't bottom out. I'm not sure how this works. Like I said, this will be the first time I've ever done it the right way, so I'll just God, this sucks. Do it with one hand. I think I'm bottomed out now. Uh-oh. I just broke it. Well, hang on a minute. I'll be back, and I'll have to fix this again. Alright there, everyone out there in YouTube TV land. I've got my pins out with my fancy little deal. These are those pins I was talking about. As you can see, they go in there. And then when that's lined up through there, just a pivot pin. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to reinstall your tilt lever. And also, you'll want to stick a big flathead screwdriver in there and push and turn and twist it, and a big spring will come out. I forget where I put mine. I think I put mine on the roof so it didn't get my truck real greasy. Then you're going to pull the multi-function or your tilt lever back or forward, whichever, and it's going to release these here, and then it should pull out, and there you can see two of those offending torque screws. And this is why it moves. So I'll pause this again here, and I'll find my Loctite and get these fuckers torqued back down and show you reassembly. Peace out. Hey there again, YouTube. I'm back. Just gonna explain a few things here really quick. Now, a tip: if you don't have the proper Torx bit for them, or the Torx socket, I guess you would call it, the reverse Torx socket, you can cheat and get away with a normal bit driver. Goes on there, and fits pretty tight. So I mean, that's a cheap cheat to do this. Just use a bit driver. And if you've got a welder or something, or even a small little wire welder, that's all I used was a little flux core welder to make this, and a socket, a 5/8 socket, and you could do this practically for free in your driveway if you wanted to, if you have the patience and the experience and whatnot to put it back together. But I'll end this video, and I'll try and get most of me putting it back together. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get. My buddy had to come and borrow my tripod just now, so I'm without a tripod again, so I'll get back at it and see you here in a few minutes, maybe. Alrighty, I'm back here again. Now I've got it kind of set up how I need it. This is what you're going to want it to look like when you're starting to put it back together. So first, what you're going to want to do is get this back up there. And to do that, you're going to have to pull that's your tilt lever. And it locks onto them pins right there. So that's what gives you your different positions. So you just go like that, and then that's back on there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but them pinholes are lined up now, so I should be able to... Mind you, this is my first time doing it like this too, so... Not sure exactly how it's gonna go back together or not. Oh, wait. Before I make myself really mad, I better put the ignition switch deal back in. That would make me mad. Alright, sorry about that. My neighbor came and bugged me, so... But anywho, I've got this back together. You have to watch out because there is this... This lever, you just gotta finagle back in there, and you gotta kind of, you know, jury-rig it and finagle it this way and that way a little bit with a screwdriver and a little bit this way with that, and it wasn't too bad. It's just kind of a pain in the butt because you gotta get to line up on this gear so that when you turn your key, it does the right thing and it locks right and whatnot. But it wasn't too terribly difficult. But now we will see if I can get these pins back in. There's one, kind of. And I'm assuming if someone knows the actual way to do this, that you just beat it back in with a hammer is what I'm going to guess. So that's what I'm probably going to do after I get this back in, and I'll get back to you guys after that. Alrighty, again, I've got them back in, and I'm assuming that was how you do it. You just beat it back in with a hammer, because that's all I did. Now I've got to figure out how this shit went back on there. Okay, it looks like that goes like that. For when you yank your multifunction lever back for high beams. But anyway, I got to repack these bearings that were in here and find a couple of the little balls that fell out. So I'll get back in a minute. Alright, everyone there on YouTube, I'm going to give you another update. I've got, kind of half-assed back together again. I'm going to show you how this stuff goes back together. Oops, sorry. This deal goes in this, like this. And then it goes on here. It pushes on that lever. Now make sure your truck's on so you can push the lever, make sure the headlights are flashing. Just make sure the rod's seated properly. Then you just... I'm not sure if you guys can even see this because of all the sun. Fucking sun. So I guess I can't bitch, it's a nice day out today. And that goes on there like that. And then you screw your tilt lever back in. Oops, sorry. I was looking at what I was doing and not through the camera again. Just tighten that on, and you just kind of be easy and leave it there, and you're going to take your lock cylinder back out. And what you're going to do is, okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm sorry if you guys can't see this, but like I said, my tripod's gone now. So. Oh wait, hang on a sec. Before I forget, probably want to put the tilt lever spring back in. No, that works, I suppose. You put your spring back in. Now, this is the fun part, trying to get this thing back in. Sorry. See, I'm just using a pair of ice grips, and you just go like that. Line the notches up. Twist, and it's in. I'm sorry if you didn't catch that, but I mean, that spring's got some tension on it. Okay, now, sorry about this. Like I said, my tripod's gone. Son of a bitch. But you kind of, and I'm sorry if this is going upside down, everyone, but like I said, no tripod. Okay, and then you double check and make sure you've got all the parts in there. Then you just kind of finagle that back on there like that. And you leave that out. So you can reinstall your 3 Torx screws that hold this piece on. And now I can't remember what I said they were. size I said they were. Son of a bitch. Get in there. I need this. I believe it was that one. Yep. Sorry about that. And to quote the ever popular and ever not very helpful Haynes manual, reassembly is reverse of disassembly. Minus a few key differences. Now you can reinstall your lock cylinder, which that just goes in whatever way. Now you can see there's a notch there. I'm assuming that notch corresponds to that, so perfect. Now your lock cylinder's back in. Now you're going to stick your lock retainer pin in, I believe it's called. You just stick that back in there and you get whatever torch bit I said it was last time. I think it was a T27. No, that was way too big. T20 then, I think. Yep, T20. Torx 20 bit for the lock cylinder retention pin. That keeps thieves from just pulling it out, so getting access to your ignition switch. Okay, now can put him back in. Come on. Make sure you get it all in there, right? Then your 3 screws for that. Sorry, I'm trying to... I keep looking at what I'm doing instead of looking at it through the camera, so I'm horrible at this. I need a camera guy. If anyone want to be my camera guy, apply in the comments. Ha 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 ha. You don't get paid, but I'll feed you sometimes, maybe. There's one more somewhere. Shit, where'd my screw go? Fuck, where'd he go? Okay, hang on, I'm gonna pause this. I gotta find that screw. Alright, I'm back. I found it. It was on the floor, of course. Okay, next mission is to reinstall this lever, which goes in here like so. If I remember right. Let's see, I'll shove that. Now, I guess it helps if I put that in the centered position. I'm not sure if you can see it back in there or not, but it goes in there. You'll know if you got it right, because if you don't, your lever won't do nothing. Now to reinstall this, which I guess you actually didn't have to take off, but I do, because as you can see, my the cruise wiring, when I fixed my cruise wiring on this lever, I couldn't get it fished back through the steering column, so I ran it like this. So you can see there's a notch on that and there's a notch on that. So usually you just put that how it normally sits, and spin it, and it looks like I got it on right. So we'll tighten her down. Now your turn signal works again. Well, I think that's almost about it besides the lock plate. Which that's going to be a fun job by myself. But You guys are probably going to end up having to miss that since I don't have, like I said, I don't have the camera anymore, or the tripod. But I'll come back to when I got the lock spring back in and show you guys from there. Peace! Alright YouTube, sorry you missed me putting the steering wheel's not actually back on yet. It's mostly on. I just got to tighten the nut back up and put the cover back on. Oh, and shit. I'll put my hazard flasher dealie back in. Then make sure everything works again. God damn it. Come here. Stupid screw. Screwdriver. There it is. Yeah, sorry you didn't see me putting that lock plate back together. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I did end up making my own tool for it, kind of, but it didn't really work how I'd planned. I made this cobbled mess that went over the nut, but I didn't realize that this bolt right here, I put it over too far and it didn't reach on the lock plate to compress it, so I just stuck a screwdriver under there. And it worked. It worked pretty slick. I'm actually amazed at how well it worked for taking 2 minutes to make. So my advice is, if you're able to make your own tools, go for it. God only knows how much that lock plate tool costs at the auto parts store. And then you just get your 13/16 socket, for mine anyway. Get it on there, and then to keep from breaking your lock plate, or that lock pin, I would recommend you hold the steering wheel in try pulling it in the opposite direction while you torque it down. Ugh. Nice and snug is good enough for me. I don't need no torque wrench. The only thing I ever used a torque wrench on was my head bolts for my motor, so. And this just goes back on like that. Maybe. Come in. I can't get all the times I pulled this off and fucked with it, just sitting in my truck waiting for someone, now I can't get it back on. Am I putting it on the right way? Yeah, I am. Sorry about the camera skills again, guys. What the hell? Son of a bitch. Oh, it goes on us. I had it going the wrong way. Wait, what? Oh, I see what I did. See that notch? There's a notch on that. You gotta have it going the right way. That's what I did. So that notch, I see what I did. The notch needs to be facing up here. So, a note to you people. Make sure this notch is, if your steering wheel's straight, which mine isn't right now, your notch is going to want to be right here on this top screw, I guess. No wonder it wouldn't go back on. But we'll fix that here quick, and yeah, we'll have her back together then. Damn it, get in there. Son of a bitch. Ugh. Hate it when things fight me. So you want that like that. That's why it's also a good note, if you have a digital camera or cell phone camera, whatever, if you're not very good at taking stuff apart and remembering how it goes back together, take tons of pictures. That way you got stuff to look at. Or if you can, bring your computer out with you. Have it, like, download the page of, or download the video of me doing it, and then you can watch me do it. And I'll have this edited, hopefully better, so that it will be more user-friendly, I hope. But, there, now let's try that. There. All fixed. There. That is how you fix your steering wheel. Now it won't move. It ain't going nowhere. No more sloppy steering column. So, hope you guys liked that video. Like, share, favorite everything, and you know, watch the other videos. Help me out. Thanks, guys.